What's going on YouTube? Super Insane 18 here with the next episode of our Road to Ranked series, and you can see that we have a somewhat similar team to things that we have been doing recently, but with a little bit of a twist. It is actually a strategy that one of my friends came up with, so hopefully he's not too mad that I'm showing it to you guys. But let's take a look at the team preview. You can see here that we have the Oranguru with an Assault Vest, but only one attacking move. It's got Protect, Ally Switch, Yawn, and Earthquake. The reason for this is solely because of Oranguru's hidden ability, which is Symbiosis. Symbiosis will pass the Assault Vest to a Pokemon that has used its item, which means we can then use all of the other non-attacking moves. But that pairs incredibly well with the next mon on the list, which is going to be a Weakness Policy Entei. Now you can already see what's going on here. The plan is to Earthquake into the Entei using the Oranguru, and then give it the Assault Vest because the Weakness Policy was used up. You can see the Entei spread here is very defensive with max defense and then split between HP defense and special defense, but it will get that Assault Vest and it will get a +2 in attack, so it will become very tanky, it will become very strong, and that is pretty much the main strategy here. Now, the next mon that we've got is the Grimmsnarl that I like to pair with the Calyrex, and it is going to be rocking the exact same set from the last video that we had it in, which is Spirit Break, Trick, Fake Tears, and Fake Out. Then the Calyrex here, instead of being a sweeper, like it was in the last video that we showcased it in, it is mostly going to be playing cleanup crew for the Entei. The Entei is going to go in, do as much as it can. When they're finally able to take it down, if they can take it down, the Calyrex is going to come in, be able to fire off 2 Astral Barrages because of this Focus Sash that it's holding, and just pretty much clean up the game. We do have the Regieleki with Life Orb. I pretty much feel like this is just a staple because of all of the Kyogres running around. So you do need something that can outspeed it and hit it really hard. So because the typical lead is like Tornadus, Kyogre, you go with the Grimmsnarl, fake out the Tornadus, and just Thunderbolt into the Kyogre. And then you've got Electro Web for speed control and Volt Switch for just switch initiative. And then finally we have the Choice Scarf Urshifu that I like to play simply because it is 1 speed faster than a max speed Calyrex, and it allows me to make it adamant because of that, which gives it a little more pack to its punch. So let's go ahead and jump into that first battle. Okay, so taking a look at our first battle, we actually can pretty reliably go with the Oranguru Entei. Let's see here. The only thing Entei really needs to worry about is the Landorus. I can definitely take the Milotic with very little problems. I think here we bring in the Oranguru Entei with Eleki and Urshifu in the back. That feels really good to me. The Urshifu in the back has the Ice Punch for the Landorus. I have the Wicked Blow for the Spectre. Eleki can obviously take care of the Milotic and the Ho-Oh. Entei will be able to take care of the Kartana and the pretty much everything, honestly. Like it'll just hit like a truck. And then the Grimmsnarl is just kind of there. But that should be good. Let's go ahead and see if that pays off. I think my opponent's probably going to lead, like, Grimmsnarl and either Ho-Oh or Landorus, maybe? I'm honestly not really sure. His team was definitely unusual from what I've seen in the past. Okay, so Grimmsnarl Spectre. So that's pretty interesting. It's very possible that he's going to attempt to taunt my Oranguru, thinking that I'm going to do some cheeky shenanigans with it. As long as he doesn't fake it out, I should be at least somewhat okay. And then I can just go ahead and Quake into the Spectre. That will get my special defense up. And we should be in a somewhat decent position. There shouldn't be much he can do to my Entei. He might try to, like, Bulldoze, which just activates my Weakness Policy a little early. It is a no-good attack, Timid Oranguru, just to make sure that we outspeed the Entei and do as little damage possible. So even if I get hit by Bulldoze and then by my own Earthquake, it still won't do that much damage. Okay, he went for the Reflect. A little unfortunate, means that we'll do less damage than we wanted to. He is going for Snarl, which is interesting. We're not special attacking, so I'm okay with that, honestly. The Earthquake goes off, breaks any potential sash that the Spectre might have had. I don't think that we'll KO it, even though we are +2, they do have the Reflect up now. But now you can see here that the Symbiosis is passing over the Assault Vest, and we get another special boost from this Quake. So this Entei is now a beast of a tank. And honestly, I think I just Quake into it again, and then yawn into the Grimmsnarl slot. That feels like the best to me. Usually, when you max the Entei here, you just fire off a bunch of Quakes to make sure you're as tanky as possible. Obviously, if they have something that you can either just flat out kill. Okay, Scary Face, I'm not worried about that. This isn't meant to be a fast Entei. But see how little damage that does? Ooh, that is good. But what I was saying is, obviously, you know, if they have something that'll just die to a max flare or even a max knuckle, then you go ahead and do that. But more often than not, you just sit here and fire off Earthquakes. Or Max Quakes, rather. Then you play some shenanigan switch games with ally switch and whatnot, so depending on what he sends out, I might yawn it, though, because he's probably going to send out his Dynamax candidate here. Alright, so he is going to send out the Ho-Oh. That is more than likely his Dynamax candidate. I'm probably going to go ahead and yawn that just to make sure that it goes to sleep. And then, honestly, what do I do into this Grimmsnarl? I don't really want to set up the Flare. I think I'd Strike here. What did we bring in the back? We have the Eliki. Let's go ahead and just Quake into the Grimmsnarl slot again. Make sure that we're as tanky as we can be. I was thinking maybe going for like a Strike to lower the Ho-Oh's speed, just so that whenever I send in something else, it will get faster. But best case scenario, he maybe gets off an Airstream here if he maxes. And he doesn't, so we're fine. Alright, and we see the Brave Bird is going to be into the Oranguru slot. We don't die, which is pretty awesome. He goes for the Spirit Break, which is resisted. I guess he thinks that we're a special attacker with the Snarl and the Spirit Break. Definitely interesting there. But this is pretty much... I mean, I don't want to say it's over. I don't want to be cocky, because honestly, they can come back. But I feel really good right now, because the Grimmsnarl is now asleep. The Ho-Oh is probably just going to Brave Bird again. And honestly, I think we just let it go down. So, we can ally switch, actually. Or do we switch out? Let's ally switch here. And let's Extreme Speed into the Ho-Oh slot. He could... The Grimmsnarl is guaranteed to sleep here because you have at least one turn of sleep regardless. So we don't need to worry about that. He could switch it out. Maybe. But then I believe... And I could be wrong here, so... I mean, if anybody wants to correct me in the comments below, I think if you switch out, it resets your sleep timer. Okay, but he withdraws the Ho-Oh, which is fine. And he goes into Landorus. Because we are inner focus, we do not get intimidated. And this Extreme Speed will hopefully do some decent damage. What I'm really hoping here is that we can Sacred Fire and burn this. Okay, that actually doesn't do as good damage as I want. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to Sacred Fire. And let's just protect here. Make him think that we're going to ally switch again to not take a max Quake. Maybe. I think we should still be able to live a max Quake. We are... Oh, he doesn't even max... Why is my opponent holding on to his max so long? That's what I want to know. Okay, so he'd rather just Earthquake than max Quake? That seems a little off. Oh, it's actually enough to take us out. That is surprising. That is very surprising. Okay, so let's go ahead and Urshifu here. And we will just Scarf Ice Punch. There's no reason not to. Because he could max that, and if he maxes that, I think he lives a Wicked Blow. So, we can Ice Punch and... honestly, just Ally Switch again? I'm not quite sure what to do here. I don't know why my opponent's holding on to his max for so long. And then hopefully we can yawn the Ho-Oh again. Because now he's probably going to max the Ho-Oh and Airstream into our Urshifu here. Unless he just wants to take out the Oranguru, which is perfectly fine, honestly. We are locked into Ice Punch, though, so we should probably just take out the Grimmsnarl here before it can wake up and do anything. I do hope that he doesn't actually target the Oranguru here, because I do want to get the yawn off. Then I can just come in with the Eliki in the back and fire off Thunderbolts after I protect on turn 1. Protect on turn 1 will guarantee that I live whatever max move he does. So... Alright, so Grimmsnarl goes down. We are faster, so we get the yawn, regardless. I guess I forgot that... Did we see that we were faster? Okay, and he's just going to take out the Urshifu, which is fine by me. That is 100% fine. I just send out my Eliki and double protect here. Actually, do I even double protect? I think I have to. Because if for whatever reason a Flare can Oko my Eliki, then there's nothing that the Oranguru can do to hit. So let's go ahead and we'll Ally Switch Protect, honestly. I think Ally Switch Protect is probably the better option. If he goes for Airstream, we will Electro Web first, just to lower its speed again, because then he'll be +2. Well, no, because we know that Oranguru is faster than it. So even with a +2, he won't be able to outspeed us, but it's fine. He goes for the Flare. And now he's guaranteed to sleep, which means that he can't get any faster. And we know that we're faster. 2 Thunderbolts should hopefully take Ho-Oh out. If it doesn't, then I'm a little concerned for Regieleki here. Let's go ahead and Thunderbolt. Okay, and this should be his last turn of max. So he will go back to normal, meaning that the next Thunderbolt will kill. Even though this didn't do half, because of him losing his max, we'll be fine. And it was a weakness policy Ho-Oh, which could be scary, but the fact that we are just going to get the game here, not really worried about it. Oh, he woke up and went for Protect. Only delaying the inevitable, we are still faster than him. So, not quite sure what good that does him. Guess he just wants to hang on as long as possible, maybe give himself some more time to think. But this should seal game 1 for us. And there you guys have it. So, we were able to take that one. It was closer than I thought. I'm honestly really surprised that the Entei went down to the Earthquake, especially because spread damage. But I guess that's just a testament to how strong Landorus is. Let's go ahead and go to the next game. Alright, so here we are with the next one. We see that he does have a Palkia and another Landorus, so we can keep that in mind. I still want to lead Oranguru Entei, just because it feels good against his team. Because of his team, though, I'm not sure what to bring in the back. I think I definitely want to bring Urshifu, because I can hit the Landorus for really good damage. I can hit the Amoonguss for also really good damage. The fact that it locks me because of Scarf is a little unfortunate, because I've got super effective moves against the bottom 3 mon on his team, but not the same move. And I think we bring up the Calyrex for the cleanup crew. So let's see if this works again. Is it possible, thinking about it actually, that the Landorus on the last one was choice banded? Because I'm pretty sure I've taken EQs before, and it wasn't a crit, right? Okay, either way, this is pretty good. So he could potentially fire off some water moves into our Entei, which, okay, oof if it happens. But we know it is a special attacker, so let's just go ahead and start max quaking it, getting our special defense up. While we're maxed, unless he fake tears and goes before we get our assault vest, then maybe we're in a bad position. But we'll see. Alright, so we know at the very least our Entei is faster, because we maxed first, which also means the Oranguru is faster. So we will get our Assault Vest before he's able to potentially max Geyser into us, unless he fakes us out, which is also a possibility, but we'll see. Typically I see Grimmsnarl setting up screens. Okay, so he actually goes for a Thunder Wave, which is interesting. It will make us slower than his Palkia. But we will get our Assault Vest, which I'm okay with. So he does Geyser. Because we have the Assault Vest, we should be okay. That still does a lot more than I want it to, though. The Thunder Wave is a little bit unfortunate. We didn't get our Quake off first. Can the Quake do good damage, though? We are +2 attack. And that does kind of bad damage, honestly. Okay, so I think here we Ally Switch and Quake again. Not Earthquake. Ally Switch. And Quake again into that Palkia slot. Hopefully this will make him hit the Oranguru. If it doesn't, hopefully we can live. I mean, no, we can't live. We saw how much it did. A +1 boost isn't going to save us here. So hopefully he's not expecting the Ally Switch, and he goes for the Oranguru slot. Which it looks like he probably did, because he wasn't expecting the Ally Switch there. Okay, and almost takes the Oranguru out, which is interesting. I got paralyzed? Really? Come on, that's a little unfortunate. Man, okay. Let's go for a Flare in case for whatever reason he doesn't hit us. Maybe he predicts another Ally Switch. And let's try to yawn this Palkia. So he went for the Wormwind, and he went into the Oranguru slot, which is good. So that does mean that we potentially live what... Well, not potentially. I think there's no way we don't live whatever this Grimmsnarl does. Since it's not going first, I'm guessing Spirit Break? Yeah. Okay, so we will live that because it's resisted. Can we not be paralyzed again? Please. Okay, so we get a Flare off. And this is the last turn of Max, so he can't set up the... What's it called? He can't set up the Rain again, and we can Extreme Speed to KO this Grimmsnarl. Let's see. We could just Calyrex, actually. So here's what I was saying by Cleanup Crew, right? So this Draining Kiss is super effective on the Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl is low anyway, so it will KO. So, well, actually, let's do it this way then. Because this way the Calyrex might be able to pick up 2 KOs. Let's Extreme Speed into the Palkia. And then this Astral Barrage can pick up both KOs. Then we'll get a +2 boost. In theory, as long as the Grimmsnarl doesn't Sucker Punch, our Focus Sash is still intact. So, yeah. This is... I'm confident with this play. So we go for the Extreme Speed into the Palkia. We get it low enough that the Astral Barrage should definitely take us out. Unfortunately, get Thunder Waved. Let's just not get paralyzed. As long as we don't get paralyzed, we're okay. He drops the Draco into the Calyrex. We are sashed. So, fine there. And we do get to leave our Entei alive. So let's just not get paralyzed. Please, for the love of everything, just don't get paralyzed. Okay, perfect. So, unfortunately, not the position I thought we would be in. I don't know why I didn't think he was going to Thunder Wave me. Because now whatever he has is just going to be faster. But we got 2 boosts, which I guess is cool. Please say that everything he has is just super slow now. No, he's got an Elky, so he's going to pick up a KO here. Okay. So... Man, this is difficult. If we were faster, this would be beautiful. But let's see if for whatever reason he doesn't just end our lives here. Okay, yeah, so he just goes for the Electro Web. Doesn't actually KO our Entei, which is interesting. So I kind of wish I hit the Urshifu. But man, what do I do now? I think I have to lock myself into close combat. But I think doing that just secures my loss. Because I'm not faster than the Elky. And if I close combat, I lower my defenses. I think I hit the Elky first and hope that he's locked into Wicked Blow. That sounds like the best to me. Okay, so that makes me neutral. That did a lot of damage. Yeah, we're not going to win this one, guys. Yep, okay. So it is unfortunate. We maybe should have sent the Urshifu in instead of the Calyrex. That was my bad for forgetting about the Thunder Wave, but let's not dwell on it, and let's jump into the next game. So my opponent's team is looking like it's dual weather. He does have the Tornadus and the Kyogre, but he also has the Torkoal and the Venusaur. So it's kind of a toss-up what he's going to bring, if I'm being honest. I think we need to lead the Grimmsnarl Elky. Just because, like I said, we want to be able to fake out the Tornadus and hit the Kyogre for a ton of damage. We could also, if they lead the... Well, does a double speed Venusaur? I'm going to try to actually check that really quick before we run out of time. Venusaur... Its max speed at level 50 would be 145, so double that. Yeah, he will be faster than the Elky under Sun, which is unfortunate. I definitely want to bring the Entei to handle the Venusaur and the Urshifu, probably, if I'm being honest. I'd be fine with either, whether it's when it's both that it kind of starts an issue, because you never know which one they're going to lead. And then that's the problem. It's pretty much just a 50-50 toss which weather is actually going to be set up, and I just have to win the coin flip here. So let's see what my opponent brings. Very interesting trainer card there. Getting eaten by the Crown-O-Matic. Alright, so they lead... Okay, interesting. That is interesting. Okay, so I think here I just fake out Electro Web, right? We saw how much the Electro Web did to our owner, Shifu, in the last game. And this should prevent the Tornadus from setting up the Tailwind, so... And it looks like that's exactly what he went for, because he said he flinched before we got to move. Okay, we did get a crit on the Urshifu, which is why it did that insane damage. We do get to take out the Tornadus, though. What did the Urshifu go for? The Wicked Blow. This probably takes out our Eliki, right? Yeah, okay, so Eliki's unfortunately gone. But we should have brought Calyrex here, honestly, because then I could just get a special boost and start going off. Let's bring out the Entei, just because the Entei has extreme speed, and if he sends out, like, the Kyogre and attempts to max it, we can trick the eject button and extreme speed. Okay, so it's the Venusaur, and he's definitely going to max that here. So actually what I think I want to do is just go for the Venusaur, right? Like, I don't care if he maxes this, because, like, best he does is Quake, and I think we live the Quake. We're faster anyway, unless he didn't max. And he didn't send out a Torkoal, so... Okay, so what could he do here? He could Wicked Blow into our Entei. He could try to Sleep Powder here. Which, if he hits the Sleep Powder, then oof. Okay, no, he did max, we're just faster. So is he, like, Wicked Blowing into the Entei slot? Either way, I think we're tanky enough to live a max Quake from this. And then that just activates our weakness policy for the next turn. Okay, he went for a Sucker Punch, which is interesting. We get our Flare off. I don't know... Okay, it is not enough to kill, unfortunately. And he goes for Max Ooze instead. Doesn't take out our Grimmsnarl, which is definitely good. But we do get eject buttoned, which is a little unfortunate. I think I lock myself into Wicked Blow here. Wicked Blow should be enough to take out the Urshifu from that range. And I honestly don't know if I live a +1 now. But the Wicked Blow should help me later on. I don't know. This is okay, so he goes for the Max Guard. The Max Guard is interesting. He went for Protect. Thankfully, we just go through it. And then best case scenario is the Torkoal's in the back. Best case for my opponent, the Torkoal's in the back. I think it's probably better for me if the Kyogre's in the back, honestly. Although I don't know why he'd bring the Venusaur without the Torkoal. Oh, okay. So this might end up being really good for us, because now we know we're faster than the Venusaur again. Setting up the Sun for the Venusaur and not killing it was a little threatening, but he protected. Here, if we Wicked Blow the Kyogre, it should make it so that we're not in Water Spout range. Hopefully, that's the thought. Okay, come on, do some really good damage here, Urshifu. Okay, awesome. So, Water Spout should do very small damage, and we're faster anyway, so he doesn't get the rain boost. I don't think this KOs, though, because the rain is up. So, we'll see what happens here. Goes for the Vine Lash. That's probably into the Urshifu, right? Yeah, okay. And then Origin Pulse. Okay. We get our weakness policy off, so now I think what we do is we fake out an extreme speed, right? But which one's the more threatening one? Which one can extreme speed kill? I think we're more likely to kill... We're definitely more likely to kill the Venusaur. That thing's so low. But we know the Venusaur has Protect. We fake out the Kyogre. And we extreme... Well, we're faster than the Venusaur. Fake out Kyogre. And let's just extreme speed. Because extreme speed can't miss, right? Yeah, we'll extreme speed the Venusaur. Okay, and he doesn't protect here. So this should be the game for us. I'm pretty sure the extreme speed will take out the Kyogre. The Kyogre is very low. Thankfully, we are not in Vine Lash range. That would definitely have sucked if we were. The Grimmsnarl probably goes down, though. And it does. But the Kyogre... Well, does the Kyogre have Protect is the question. And how much did that do? Because I wasn't paying attention. I don't think we're within range of one more Vine Lash. So the extreme speed, even if you Protect, should take it out on the next turn? Yeah, I don't think the Vine Lash did like 40-something damage. If it did, that's just insane. My opponent... The only way my opponent wins now is on a double Protect. If my opponent gets the double Protect here, then we lose. But if he doesn't, then we win. So let's just hope that he doesn't get the 33%. No, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The only way he wins is with that double Protect, and he gets it. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Okay, Whew, that is something else. Well, I wanted to show you guys more wins than losses, but apparently the Pokemon gods aren't liking that. So let's go ahead and throw the rental code up on the screen now. I hope you guys enjoyed the team. Really, the Oranguru Entei strategy can be played in any team. I just really like Calyrex Shadow right now, so that's what I decided to roll with it. But if you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.